So hi guys, Rahul this side on behalf of Revsportz, and just a week to go for the upcoming ISL season. Finally, after long uncertainty, ISL is back. We'll get to see some football action. Mohun Bagan will play the ISL opener, as they are the defending champions. In fact, double champions of the last season. Uh, they will play in the ISL opening game against Kerala Blasters. Kerala Blasters, who are yet to win a ISL trophy, and this time also it seems very difficult for them. But in this episode, I'm going to talk about whether this ISL will very much revolve around the two Kolkata giants, East Bengal and Mohun Bagan. Whether other teams will be able to give competition to these two Kolkata giants. I think that's obviously a talking point in the upcoming ISL season. So we'll talk about that in this episode. So stay tuned till the end of the video. And also, if you have any opinion, any comment, let us know in the comment section below. So talking about Mohun Bagan first, Mohun Bagan, they are one of the most balanced side in this ISL. I mean, they all of their six foreigners are of high pedigree, high quality, have been so experienced playing in some top leagues, across the world. Players like Jason Cummings, Jamie Macklin, and Dimi Petros, who even have experience of a World Cup squad for Australia, and they have retained all of their foreigners. I mean, even during the uncertainty when the ISL was yet to start, when most of the clubs were parting with their foreigners, they halted their operation. But Mohun Bagan and East Bengal were the only two teams who continued their operation. I think among the few teams who continued their operation, continued their training, their preparation for the league, there was no halt in their operation. Even they continued their players' salaries and all. Even when other teams were requesting their players to take pay cut or reducing their budget, but there wasn't any such impact in these two teams, Mohun Bagan and East Bengal. So talking about Mohun Bagan, all of their six foreigners are very experienced. I think they have already proven themselves in the previous ISL. But Dimi Petros, who have been one of the key player for the Green and Maroon Brigade since last 3 years, and Jamie Macklin, I think has done quite well. Last season scoring more than 10 goals, but this time I'm expecting more from this Australian forward. He's a five-time top goal scorer in the A League, but I think he's yet to meet the expectation in ISL. So this season, I'm expecting more from Jamie McLaren. Talking about Jason Cummings, I think he's also a clutch player. Last season, also in the first few matches, he was a bit off color, but then as the league progressed, I think he found his form very quickly with Mohun Bagan Super Giants. And the biggest positive of Mohun Bagan is their strong Indian core. I think their squad comprises of more than 20 to 22 players, but all of them are capable of playing in any playing 11 in this ISL. So that's the quality of this Mohun Bagan side, and their Indian core is really very strong, and that has made difference last time when they clinched the ISL double. Players like Sahal Abdul Samad, Anirudh Thapa, Manveer Singh, then Liston Kolaso, defender Mehtab Singh, even the young side back Abhishek Tekcham Singh, they're even better than some of the foreigners, not Mohun Bagan foreigners, but some foreigners of the other team in this ISL. So that will uh, really make this team different from the other side in the upcoming ISL. Mohun Bagan, they are under new head coach this time, Sergio Lobera. Last time he was the coach of Odisha FC, but this time he starts a new journey with the Green and Maroon Brigade. And obviously, it will be difficult for them because the previous head coach Jose Molina had already set a high benchmark for the Mohun Bagan fans, clinching the league double. So for Sergio Lobera, obviously, fans will expect him to guide this team to trophy this time again. I mean, to the league champion again this time. Sergio Lobera, he recently met the local media for the very first time after being the head coach of Mohun Bagan, and he said that the football, the play style, that I mean the brand of football Mohun Bagan is going to play this season, fans will not only enjoy or celebrate after the final whistle, but they will keep enjoying throughout the whole 90 minutes. I mean, that's the brand of football Mohun Bagan is going to play, and that is not, unknown. I mean, we all know the brand of football the team plays under Sergio Lobera. I mean, ultra attacking, high pressing football. I mean, if his team concede a goal, he goes for another two goal, and that's the character he builds in his team. So obviously, going to be exciting season for all the Mohun Bagan fans. But again, whether Sergio Lobera will be able to replicate his predecessor Jose Molina, that remains to be seen in the upcoming ISL season. Talking about East Bengal, they are very balanced side this time. Uh, I mean, when we discuss about them in the last 4 or 5 years in the ISL, of course they have been struggling a bit with their squad, because since their inception in ISL, they took a lot of time, in finding a balanced squad. But from last season, if you see, uh, there is they have very much balanced side. I mean, they also roped in uh, several Indian talented players like Nanda Kumar Shekhar, then Anwar Ali, then Bipin Singh, but then Mohesh Narem, so many players. I think that has given a lot of balance to this squad. Already they have proven themselves in Super Cup and Durand Cup, though they fell short, before the finishing line. In the Durand Cup, they ended their journey in the semi-final, and then coming to the Super Cup, they finished as runners-up, and that was a narrow defeat for the Red and Gold Brigade under Oscar Bruzo. But I mean, that's a statement, from the Durand Cup, Super Cup, even in the IFA they were the runners up. So that's a statement that this time this East Bengal team is very much different compared to the last 3 or 4 seasons. So obviously, huge expectation from this East Bengal side. But only negative for this side will be that they will be playing with five foreigners. As of now, they have only five foreigners. I think recently they have parted with two of their attacking players, Hamid Ahadat and Hiroshi Ibushiki. And as a replacement, they brought only one striker, that is Yosef Ajajari, but they are yet to fill in their slot for the sixth foreigner. So that remains to be seen during the course of the league whether they will buy their sixth foreigner or not. But as of now, they will play with five foreigners. I think that will be a bit disadvantage while comparing to Mohun Bagan. But let's see how Oscar Bruzo and his boys cope up with this. Talking about East Bengal squad, I think they have one of the best backline in this league, led by Anwar Ali and Kevin Sivia. Kevin Sivia, and obviously in the left back they have options Joy Gupta, Lal Chungnunga. In the right back, they have only one versatile player, Mohammad Rakib. If by any chance he gets injured, then obviously either Lal Chungnunga or someone else will have to fill in. In the midfield, again, in the midfield also, they have one of the most balanced midfield in this league. They excelled in the Super Cup, in the IFA and even the Durand Cup. Mohammad Rashid, Miguel Ferreira, and Sol Crespo. These three foreigners in the midfield can make difference in any game. But in this ISL, it remains to be seen. I mean, which three players Oscar Buzo filled in the midfield? Because in Super Cup and in IFA there was no such limitation. They could field six foreigners, but in ISL there will be limitation. They could field only four foreigners in the lineup. So Oscar Buzo, it remains to be seen how many foreigners he goes with in the midfield. Whether it will be Sol Crespo, Mohammad Rashid, or it will be Mohammad Rashid and Miguel Ferreira. Sol Crespo will be on the bench, and also Mohesh Naram is also injured, so that's a setback for East Bengal. And as per report, Mohesh Naram is expected to miss first two games, at least first two games, and then I think he will recover and will join the team. So that's a setback. So I think in place of Mohesh Naram, obviously Edmund Lalanika and also I think P. Vishnu, they will have to slot in for Oscar Bozoa. But again, their striker Yusuf Ajajari, he will be tested in this ISL. First time he'll be playing in India. So now that remains to be seen how Yusuf Ajajari, who joined just a week ago with the team, how he gels with the squad. That remains to be seen. But when talking about these two sides and talking about the other ISL team, of course, there's a huge difference. The first difference is in preparation. East Bengal Mohun Bagan, they started their preseason around, I think, July, September, when they played in Durand Cup, then they played IFA Shield, then Super Cup, and then they halted their preparation for around 2 to 3 weeks or a month, and then they again resumed their preparation for the ISL. But while talking about other teams, I think except Punjab, most of the team halted their operation after Super Cup. Even they started their preseason very late, just few weeks before the Super Cup. Then they played in the Super Cup. Then they again halted their operation. They stopped their training, and then again they resumed their training a month ago before this ISL. Even if you talk about Odisha, they are yet to start their preparation for the ISL. I mean, they were about to start their training from today, that is Monday, but as there is still no, as they are yet to finalize their training ground and hospitality, so I think most likely from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, they will start their preparation for the ISL. Just a week of training or preparation is not enough for ISL. At least a team needs more than a month or at least 2 months to prepare for a league like ISL. And this time it will be a very short league. Even last year they have played 24 games, but this year it will be 13 games. But still, we are in doubt whether it will be 13 or 14 because Churchill brothers have proposed to AIFF. They have expressed their interest to play in the upcoming ISL. So AIFF will take a decision in today's meeting whether to include Churchill brothers or not. If Churchill is in, then there will be 14 matches. But again, talking about preparation, Mohun Bagan East Bengal, they have been preparing for the last 3 to 4 months. They have played a lot of preseason tournaments, Duran Cup, IFSL Super Cup. So I think they are very well prepared for this league, and that set them apart from the other teams. And while talking about other teams, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, they have started their preseason around 2 to 3 weeks ago before the ISL. So obviously, players' fitness will be tested in this ISL when they will compete against top two Kolkata Giants. And also, if we talk about the foreigners of these two Kolkata Giants to other teams, then obviously there's a huge difference. Let's talk about Kerala Blasters. Kerala Blasters have signed 5 foreigners. It's okay. But if you see the level of those foreigners, there's a huge difference. I mean, they are of high league quality. We'll have to admit. Even we got to know, as per reports, that their foreigners are very low budget foreigners. I mean, they were also looking for potential, and at Kerala also had to make a squad. I mean, to please their fans for this ISL. I mean, without foreigners, they would have been playing. That was not at all a good example for their fans. So that's why they were forced to sign few foreigners. But those foreigners are not of that level they used to sign in other regular ISL season. So, but still, I think they have managed to put a balanced squad for this ISL season. But talking about Chennai, I mean, let's talk about which are the other teams who can give competition to these two Kolkata Giants. The first name that comes to my mind is Punjab FC. I mean, Punjab FC also didn't halt their operation, and also during these uncertain times, there was no such impact, on Punjab FC. They were continuing their operation, they were continuing their player salaries, and if you look at their foreigners, then they have totally replaced their foreign core. Two Nigerian strikers up front. In the middle, there is Samir Jelkovic. Then there is Danny Ramirez. I think they also have a very balanced squad. So if any team who can compete against the top two Kolkata Giants, the first name is Punjab FC, and then I think it will be Jamshedpur FC. I mean, they again they have brought back their former head coach Owen Coyle, who helped the team to lift their first ever ISL Shield. So let's see how Jamshedpur fared this time in the league under Owen Coyle. And then the name that comes to my mind is obviously Chennai FC. So it's like this: Punjab FC, Jamshedpur FC, Chennai FC, because obviously they have trusted Clifford Miranda. Their first time they have trusted on an Indian head coach. Obviously, he's got huge responsibility this time, but he has got a pretty balanced squad. But again, they are starting their preseason just 3 weeks ago before the ISL. So obviously, players' fitness will be tested. I think their Indian core is also very strong. Player like Pritam Kota, Ladundiara, Hamte, Irfan Edward, Farooq Choudhury, I think very strong Indian core. And alongside them, they have also roped in experienced foreigners like Muhammad Ali Beomar and Alberto Nogueira, who have experience of ISL, have been playing in 2 to 3 years, since in ISL. So obviously very balanced squad, Chennai FC. And after these three teams, in any teams that is coming to my mind who can compete against these two Kolkata Giants, obviously it will be Interkashi. I mean, they are not only participating in this ISL, but they are one of the, I think obviously they will fight for the trophy. I mean, their first year we all expected that they, I mean, due to the uncertainty, they won't spend much in their team building, but they really put a balanced squad for the upcoming ISL. So that's it. So my opinion is that the two Kolkata Giants are very much favored. I mean, East Bengal were yet to cross the barrier of 9 on the points table. This time they are one of the contenders of this league. Mohun Bagan, they are clear favorite. Then East Bengal, and then obviously Punjab, Jamshedpur FC, Interkashi, and Chennai FC. What's your thoughts? What's your opinion? Let us know in the comment section below, and like this for many episodes of ISL. Stay tuned to Rev Sports. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.